Okay. Hello. Already dropping frames on Twitch. That's wild. I want to do red. No, I think I want to do blue. Blue. Turn my lights on. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, let's get some sound going. All right. We are now 7:19, which means we can keep going with the we can totally keep going with the main story quest line. But I've hit a roadblock. Well, I guess I overcame the roadblock. What is this called? It's a trial. So probably recollection. All right. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Wah, 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 wah.
I am Selenia Triantaphili, Royal Knight of Alexandria, and sworn blade of Her Majesty the Queen. Upon my blade I swear, no harm shall come to Her Highness.
You will not defile Zelenia's memory any longer.
Feel the sting of my divine blade!
I know this technique. You must keep moving.
All right. I stopped moving, so that's on me.
But how do you capable of much, much more.
I will show you the soul of a royal knight! For the honor and glory of Alexandria, I strike! No more games!
Quickly! Away from the sigils! The sigils channel magic! Be on your guard!
You've no time even to fear my wrath!
You must brace for blade and magic both.
Have at you! Taste my steel! There is no escape! Surge! Have at you! Fall!
I know this is merely a reconstruction, and yet
I have pledged my life to the kingdom. Have at you! My resolve shall never waver. I am sworn to protect my queen! I will die before I yield!
Bruh.
That's right. Zelenia was always there to protect me.
Taste my steel! Rage and royal! Have at you! A disgraceful display. Forgive me, my queen. I have failed you.
Did you get what you needed?
One second. Bum bum bum. It's not showing me my. There it is. Well, there it was. What the fuck is going on? Won't show me my chat on YouTube. Um, maybe we'll have to do it a different way. Okay, I just have to look at it on my phone. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
I did. Though these figures will complicate matters.
Is that so? Well, if we are done here, then I shall end the transmission. Hold it! If you have no scruples about thus defiling the memories of Zelenia, then there is no way we will ever see eye to eye.
Girl, I don't think she was trying to see eye to eye in the first
You
place.
are not fit to be entrusted with the cherished memories of Alexandrians.
I, for one, have no wish to employ the fruits of my research in this manner. It is a waste of time and effort. But since I relinquished my flesh long ago, I must resort to every conceivable method, so long as the hero insists on keeping the key. Why do you so oppose our objective? With the key, we would be able to harvest ether from other reflections and bring forth more endless. We could give this chance to evolve not only to the people of the Ninth, but to those of the Source as well. I see no reason why you should reject such a boon.
You're aware of the connection between the worlds?
Oh, don't tell me you thought you were the only ones who knew. That is the height of hubris. Well, I'd say our conversation has run its course. Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it. And thus does my role come to an end. The rest I leave in your capable hands, Calyx.
As a token of gratitude for consenting to my tests, I leave you with a gift. Be sure to take it with you.
With the homies? You can give us the homies back? Oh. Selenia was kind, but she could be stern, a pillar of strength when I ascended the throne in troubled times. Not only did she protect me, she also buoyed my spirit whenever it threatened to buckle under the pressures of my station. By preserving her memory and her honor, you've done more for me than you could know. Thank you. Sphene stands in silence. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me get the TikTok stream going. Is it loud? I feel like it's hella loud. It shouldn't be. Okay, hold on. Let me I don't know why it automatically goes into full screen. All right, let's see. So what was this here? Alright. It looks like we got everything going. Well, almost everything. Let me try YouTube one more time. Oh well, I'll just have to make sure I keep an eye. Okay. All right.
Selenia, it pains me to think that you're gone too.
Because we killed both of them, I guess, in a way. Which is unfortunate.
Aha! Oh, we found you at last.
You had us quite worried when you suddenly disappeared. What in the world happened?
So they just picked us up. The Calyx guy was like, hey, we're gonna run some tests on y'all.
Then preservation's objective is indeed what Calyx claimed. But for them to know about the source and the shards, and to refer to theirs as the ninth, that raises some questions.
Indeed. But for now, I'm just glad the two of you are safe. Oh, right. While we were scouring the castle for you, we came upon a room that looked like a library.
By learning about the Alexandria of old, we may gain valuable insights into preservation. Might we take a number of books with us?
So books still remain. Of course. You are welcome to any that may be of use.
If you don't mind, could we take a look around here first? I'm especially curious about the area over by the throne.
Oh, that sounded nasty.
This tiara. It was hers. The Endless Fiends. What's it doing here?
It's a type of regulator, I believe. It contains the data of the Endless Fiend's memories. Calyx likely used it to create the simulant. Which means that as long as the tiara is in our keeping, we shouldn't need to deal with any more simulants. Strange that he would abandon it, though. Perhaps because the simulant already played her role, like she said. Or Calyx made a copy of the memories. In any case, not much information of import appears to remain on this terminal. But I'll make it so we can access it remotely from the back room.
This contains the memories of another me. The tale of her journey as Queen of Alexandria. Might I hold on to this tiara? You may examine it whenever you wish, of course.
Sure, girl. Do what you need to do.
It would be for the best, I think.
Yeah.
Does that work for you, Shale?
No objections from me. All right, I'm finished. Let's head to the library and then back outside.
Farewell, Selenia.
Selenia must have been a bad bee. Because that fight was... I actually liked that trial. That might go down as one of my favorite trials. That was a nice trial. I enjoyed that a lot. The stimulant gave the impression that she wouldn't be back, but I suppose only time will tell, and at present we have no further leads on Calyx. For now, perhaps you could take a moment to contact our friends. It would be good to catch each other up on recent developments, and I am certain everyone would appreciate hearing from you. Okay. Blip, 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 blip. Hello? Y'all there? Estola? Come in. Hello? If it isn't Ysera, is there something the matter? Yeah, there's been a lot going on right now. I just wanted to catch y'all up. So preservation is behind the recent intrigue. It doesn't surprise me. I'm glad to hear you are none the worse for your trials, though. As for myself, I've concluded a meeting with Gosan. I told him about the cure for Levin's sickness, and we formed a tentative plan to treat all those who are stricken. I'm now otherwise unoccupied, so I shall take a look around the government sector to see if aught is amiss. And if this Calyx is obsessed with the key, then I ought to begin studying it in earnest as well. Alright, girl, holla at me. Bye-bye. Let's contact Irma. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Ernie? Ernie, you there? Ysera, this is a surprise. Have Lamont gotten into trouble again? Nah, we cool, we straight. I just wanted to catch y'all up on some stuff. I see. Knowing you, I'd expect you're already looking forward to the next obvious trap. Try not to overdo it. Alright, I'll holla at you. I'm in the outskirts at the moment. I've been helping the people with their work and talking to those I meet to gauge their sentiment. It's been uneventful for the most part, but there was one notable development. Following recent events, some here stopped wearing regulators. This has led to a disparity in what people remember about the Queen's death and the occasional episode of confusion. I'll be sure to let you know if there are any other changes. Alright, holla back. Let's call Alize. Hey, yo, Allie. What's good, girl? Yes? Hello, Ysera? For you to call out of the blue, is something wrong? Nah, girl. We straight over here. What y'all up to? What? You went all the way to the bottom of Everkeep and you didn't think to ask me to come? Girl, you was busy. But I suppose I've been fairly busy myself. See, I told you. You be busy, girl. I'm pleased to say that we received permission to begin administering the cure for love and sickness to the citizens. I'm actually due to visit a boy named Milos shortly to see how he is responding to his treatment. You've met him before, right, Lamati? You've met him before with Lamati, I believe. The two of you should attend as well if you have some time. Yeah, girl. We'll come through. We'll slide through. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, let's call Alpha now. Ring, ring, ring. Ayo, Alfie. Alfie? Ah, excellent timing, my friend. I had a mind to call you myself to see how you were faring. Now we doing all right up over here. What y'all up to? Calyx. While something so obviously afoot, I couldn't have imagined that such an individual would be involved. 'Tis well you were able to prevent the stimulant from sowing further uncertainty. That said, her absence may have consequences. You right. Everybody's gonna go amok. Everybody's gonna be wondering where the queen at. The people of Alexandria still have great trust in Sphene. 'Tis plain in the way they speak of her even now, and in how the stimulant was able to win them over. When they noticed she had ceased to appear again, when they noticed that she has ceased to appear again, rumor and worry will spread. We must be mindful of any pronounced shift in the mood of the populace. But forgive me, it's been a battle after battle for you, hasn't it? It sure has. Damn. Dungeon after dungeon. It was a dungeon and then it was a trial right after it. Like, damn, a vicious tire. We can handle ourselves for now, so pray rest up while you can and recover your strength. Thanks, Alfie. I appreciate you. Holla back. Alright, I called everybody. Everybody's up to speed. What did the others have to say, if I may ask? Well, everybody's pretty busy, but you know them. They finished treating Milos? Then we have to go visit him. Would you mind if I accompanied you? I understand he's afflicted with the self-same condition as I was, and cannot help but worry for him. Of course, we don't mind at all. Yeah, come on, girl. In the meantime, I shall take myself around Solution 9 and see how things are. I share Alphina's concern about the Queen's absence, and even setting that aside, the situation is not like to resolve itself while becoming endless remains an option. I have been meaning to visit a few shops, so I shall join Cryle. While everyone's out and about, I'll try to pick up Calyx's trail. I'll see if I can dig up some information about the key for your Stola as well. I'll help you. Oh, good job. Good job, Jaw. It seems we all have things to do. Still, there's no telling what else Calyx might have planned, so please be careful, everyone. Right, let's go to Milos' apartment. It's in residential radius 914, if I remember correctly. Damn, girl, you got a good memory. And amazing abs. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. The music in Solution 9 is so good. Residential sector. Alright, where's the Aetherite shard? Alright, so we go this way. We just walk in their house. hello. You came before with Queen's Fiend. I'm glad you came again. I believe he'll be fine now, but just for good measure, I'll administer a healing spell. Oh, good old Porksies.
I once hoped that Milos at least might be made an endless. Then he wouldn't need to suffer anymore.
Oh, oops. I'm like, go on.
You feel different now? Thanks to Alizé, Milos is on the road to recovery. He can grow up and live a normal life. And I want to be there with him every step of the way. To grow old with him as his mother and not something else. That should do it. You're doing well, I'm glad to say.
Nobody's like, hey, you kind of look like Queen's
Thank you.
Fiend a little bit.
Alizé.
A little bit in the face.
You're welcome, Milos. Now, you'll feel breathless
Nobody?
for a little while still.
Nobody
but
at all?
Don't fret. It'll get easier to speak with time. That said, we can't rule out the possibility of a relapse. As a precaution, I would keep him away from lightning-infused objects. Lightning? Does that include regulators? It does. I understand if it's difficult for you to part with something that you've worn for so long, though, so it's entirely up to you. No. For Milos' sake, I will do it. And if the environment here isn't good for him, I must consider moving outside the dome.
You two would be more than welcome in Tulihiola.
It's very assuring to hear that. If you don't mind, could you tell me about the process?
I'm happy. I can talk again. Before, I couldn't even thank my mother for caring for me.
Oh.
But now we can talk lots. I can tell her that I'm happy. That I like it when she strokes my hair.
Your mother is happy to talk to you as well, I'm sure.
Queen's Fiend always cheered me up. Always said that she would cure me. Today, I'll practice walking with Mother. And next time, I'll go and visit you.
Thank you for explaining everything.
We'll come again to check on you. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Please come back
OBS.
soon.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
You too, miss.
Miss Fee, Miss Knotsfiend.
It's good to see Milos doing so well.
The Endless Me gave him the strength to hang on, and she didn't rely on any special power to do so.
Make the screen a little smaller. Let's see a little bit more. There we go. All right.
She wanted her people to be happy. Even though we had to fight, her love for them was very real. And it reached Milos.
I wish to be there to watch him grow as well. To make my way beside the people of Alexandria. In the name of his evolution, Calyx has wrought much unease and misery, and I cannot condone his path. No, I shall forge ahead on a path of my own, one that honors the memory of my other self.
Yeah. 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 Alright, let me try to get the YouTube chat again. There it is. All right. There we go. Do this, move that, apply that, close that. Then we can go full screen here. Okay, now we're rocking. All right, cool. Neato. All right, let's continue on. Sphene is in higher spirits. Milos is a kind and brave boy. It did me well to see him. One day, I hope that I can speak with him about my other self. Come, let us return to the back room, and on the way, let's pick up treats for our friends, a little gift to show our appreciation for their hard work. Sure. Meanwhile,
Citizens of Alexandria, please be advised. The distribution of neo-regulators has concluded. We ask that all recipients equip their regulators and promptly complete device registration. The evolution of our kind is at hand. Together we shall rise above death and bask in the infinite possibilities of eternal life.
What is this?
Evolution? What evolution?
Those with neo-regulators will become endless, apparently.
You mean there's no more?
Well, don't you feel lucky?
Wait, aren't you?
Don't look at me like that. Queen's Fiend
Are you
said
not
there
wearing
were only
one?
so many.
I haven't registered mine yet. The more I thought about it, the more unsure I felt about becoming an Endless.
Well, I registered right away. Anything to stop those terrible nightmares of being killed by mechanical soldiers.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it.
She was right.
I see. The terror of their first encounter with death still lingers in their hearts. Having previously been spared even the idea of it, they know not how to handle the emotions.
The funeral was meant to give everyone the chance to come to terms with loss, to grieve and move forward together. But everyone who was wearing a regulator had their memories of that moment erased. And to see those oblivious, happy souls, those who remembered must have wondered if it might not be better to be like them, to go back to a time when death didn't exist.
And now they've been presented with the chance to do just that by becoming an Endless. It's not hard to see why they would consider it.
If this fear of death continues to spread among the people, what will become of Alexandria? The gifts for our friends will have to wait. We should return to the back room at once.
Oh, you're safe. That broadcast had us worried. The entire populace is on edge.
So Alphino and the others are still out there.
We have a situation on our hands! A civilian has been killed by a mechanical soldier here on Trueview. Wayakwe is on the scene and reports that the problem unit has been subdued by another sentry.
That doesn't make sense. Only someone with the King of Resolve's authority could order a soldier to do that.
Well, he was wearing one of those things, right?
Not good. I tried to check the status of the authority but was blocked from the core system. Given recent developments, I'd wager that Calyx is responsible for this.
Perhaps we should go and see for ourselves.
Hello?
It's me. There's been an incident in the outskirts.
Yeah, we heard about it. What's going on?
A mechanical soldier attacked a local resident. For no apparent reason.
Oh, shit.
Fortunately, several nearby hunters dealt with the rogue machine. So everyone is safe. But if other soldiers were to... Wait. Is that... Oh gods.
What's going on, Ernville?
More hostile sentries are bound for the settlement. I'll try to lure them away and then lose them somehow.
No, wait for backup, Ernville.
Ill tidings, I take it.
Yeah, girl.
In the
outskirts too?
You'll go and help Erenville, won't you? We couldn't forgive ourselves if he came to harm. I'll have Geo join you from Earth and Sky.
I'm coming too. I can't stay here while my people are in danger.
Let's go.
All right. Aha, there you are. I trust you've recovered. Oh, this is not. This is the side quest. All right. Cool. Whatever that was. I just ran right past them. Things have settled down here, but I see no sign of Erenville. Let's split up and look for him. Ghouljaw, Fiend, please search the settlement area. Meanwhile, the rest of us who can defend ourselves will head further out. What's up, bitches? Bill. That was a close call. My thanks. No problem. As I was leading the soldiers away, I caught sight of this poor fellow being pursued. I went to help, but was rather out of my depth. We're lucky you found us when you did. Erenville, I'm so glad you're safe. We were quite worried when we couldn't find you. We encountered soldiers on the way here. Most paid us no mind, but some turned out to be hostile. There's no way to tell until they set on you. The ones here also attacked without any warning. If I hadn't been paying attention, it could have ended badly. Hopefully the others are able to escape. We should return to the outskirts and take stock. Lala Nation.
Right. We're none the worse for the wear. But let's see what the situation is here.
Geode and his people came and joined us while we were searching for you. After which we happened to encounter Malachite. His usher duties brought him here, and he has quite the story to tell.
It's a bit puzzling, to say the least. Even so, I'll try my best to explain. I was called to attend to the unfortunate soul slain by the mechanical soldier. Yet, when I arrived, I found no body. Only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
How odd. Did they remember the victim at least?
They did. Their memories of the deceased weren't sent to the cloud, I don't believe. Yet, no body remained.
If someone took it, surely they would have been noticed.
With your permission, I shall return to the government sector for now. Please take care.
This is terrible. Why would they make the soldiers do this?
If preservation is behind the attacks, I fear this won't be the end of it.
All the Neo-regulators have been distributed, and potentially 5,000 Endless are about to be born. What does Calyx hope to achieve with these killings? Does he seek to frighten people into registering them? Or perhaps...
Yo.
Oh, thank the 12 you answered. Shale told me what happened. Is everything all right?
Nah, Grahatia, there's people dying and there's dust everywhere. It's real dusty out here. We can't find no bodies or nothing. How fare are you?
I see. 'Tis a relief to hear that Erenville is safe. Alas, I do not have good news to share in return. A driver lost control of his vehicle when its interface became unresponsive, and it crashed into the Nexus arcade, injuring several people. Kryl and I are helping to render aid, but with the Sentries behaving strangely, we can't afford to lower our guard. Remain vigilant, my friend.
Somebody crashed their car and I don't know. I don't know what's going on, y'all. It's looking grim.
I just received word from the backroom. A hover cargo on TrueView threw off its driver, and it's rampaging through the area as we speak.
Alphino had a similarly troubling report for me. Apparently, a riderless machine in the government sector came to life near a crowd clamoring for Neo-regulators. It proceeded to mow down several citizens, causing serious injuries.
This is a tragedy. We must go and help the people.
Sphene, wait! I'm coming with you!
Alphino is with Y'shtola, and he said they'll be all right. I'll go and see if other incidents have occurred elsewhere. From here, I'll head towards the quarry by way of the Drift Downs.
Certainly a lot of hover cargoes coming and going in those parts. I'll join you.
I shall
Right,
remain here and speak
it's
further
me
with the
and
locals.
Gulja.
I have company now, so you needn't worry about me.
Then let's return to Solution 9. If we hurry, we can catch up to Lamachi and Sphene.
Chaos.
Sphene's gone ahead. I leave her with you.
Dang. Damn. Uppercut. Rising uppercut.
Bloody things have gone mad.
Why is this happening?
Surely there's a finite number of these things.
Everyone, please try to remain calm and make your way to resolution.
He said remain calm. They're getting shot
It's
at.
just like before. When Zoroja unleashed the soldiers on us. I don't have any souls left. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Oh, Pictomancer, let's go.
No, you don't! Are you all...
No! No! Why did you do that? Why? You can't just leave me alone like this. If we had been endless, then you'd still be here. You'd still be with me. But now...
Are you alright?
Ooh. Stuff's getting crazy.
hurt. So many dead. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Think the 12th you are all unharmed. 'Tis small solace amidst this tragedy, however. The machine rampage seems to be have been only temporary. Soldiers and their vehicles alike cease to operate all at once as if they've fulfilled their purpose. It's the same outside Everkeep, though members of Oblivion are keeping watch for good measure. The first attacks came shortly after the announcement that neo-regulators had run out. It couldn't have been a coincidence. I struggled to imagine that anyone but Calyx could gain control of the soldiers. This must have served his end in some ways. Guljaw, are you still without your authority? It's fine now. I'm in control again. We might take the opportunity to shut down the machines. There's no guarantee this won't happen again. Lamati just talked with Everkeep's administrators about that. They said it wasn't so simple. The mechanical soldiers don't only serve as guards, they also perform various vital tasks like providing medical treatment and managing food production. If we shut them down, we'd struggle to render aid to the citizens, let alone restore their lives to normal. I made it so they can't use their weapons anymore, though. Hopefully that makes it a little safer. That seems to be the best approach for now. Thank you for your swift action, Guljaw. This powerlessness, I can't abide it no longer. No matter how much hardship and loss we could endure, if there was but happiness at the end. Yet all I see now is suffering and misery. And I cannot bear it. I want to protect the people. For their happiness, I will do anything and everything. So please, please lend me your aid. Oh, Sphene, you found the words I wish she said back then. Our strength is yours, Sphene. Together we'll get through this. Let us split up and get to work. Might I trouble you to report your shell, my friend? It's been a tiring day, but it seems the worst is behind us. What's the situation out there now? You've moved quickly to restore things to normal, thank you. Yet while disarming the soldiers is indeed prudent, it is far from comprehensive measure when vehicles can be commandeered to inflict damage and sow chaos. For the time being, I'll set our people to keep a close watch on machines. I also have a mind to consult the authorities about enlisting hunters to our aid. I must regain my proficiency in magic. To that end, I shall seek advice from Yustola and Alize. Ooh. That would be cool. Among the books we recovered from the castle was a grimoire I once used. I hope to learn to wield it again at everyone's side. Ooh, a summoner? Ooh, adding a summoner to the fray? Where is this? This is, I don't know what patch this is. honestly. I'm not 100% sure. I'm so far behind. I'm very, very much behind as well. As for the key, I think it's best that it remains in your care, though it means you will bear the greater risk. In order to ease your burden, I shall endeavor to become a capable warrior and make Otis and Zelenia proud. Aww. Also, welcome in. Hope you're having a great evening or time zone, wherever you are. Let's see. Determination, critical. Let's do this. I really need to gem my gear. I have not.
By illness weakened, by wounds unmade, by age decayed. Such fragile flesh is worthless to us. How mankind should evolve, shall evolve. I have already arrived at the answer. The time is come to pose a new question.
Seekers of Eternity. Tacos de carne asada. Let's go. We finally get our tacos, y'all. Damn. It's been like 84 years. We're supposed to get our tacos at the beginning of the expansion. If you have a moment, Ysera, Geode wants to take stock of the current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Sure, that's fine. Fine with me. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first, then. Let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about new instances since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The king's resolve authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of storm surge as I did. Least you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years to live. He must have chosen to undergo conservation into an endless that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seem noble enough, exploring treatments for live-in sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calix's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the stimulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who registered their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calix's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. The vocab in this game is... Woo! If we mean to foil Calix's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down, which unfortunately is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. While Guluja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as a search for any information that might lead us to Calix. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. Yeah. Count me in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep, so shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Lands Guard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Toliolo. Alphano and Alize will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join Ysera's group if you'll have me. Sure, girl. Come through. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geo. Don't do anything stupid. Poof. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calix. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. Alright, let's run some dungeons. What? Oh. Alright. Run some dungeons. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? Are you alright, Jude? Me? Well, I'm well enough given the circumstances. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they are greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility after all you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandra's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. Well, good then. We'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone prepared for this just for just such an eventuality. Oh, look at the book, bro! Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Could we get that? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. The 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Ysera and I will take the east. Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past True View and wait you there. Aw, that's like the same reason why Kryle took up Pictomancy. Aw. Let's do our rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat with the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or 2 that we didn't know before. Alright, come on, Geode. Are the sentries and air wheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's gonna happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neuroregulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen's Fiend said so. Oop. Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had work the next day, but once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning or afternoon. The worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Shale, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. Is that it? Okay. You want to hear my story? While I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear, there's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheeler dropped right out of the sky and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant until it happened. Bum bum. Damn, girl, how far are we going? Oh, well, that was silly. Girl, you knew we were gonna pull that. close. We got close. She needs to slow down a little bit. Just a little bit. She needs to slow down just a little bit. Because there is somebody new here. Heels isn't here, girl. Slow down just a little bit. All right. Hello, Kazu Freeze. Welcome in. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This thing's got some speed on her, I tell you. I feel like she's like faster than everybody. Ooh, that looks cool. That looks like a cool book. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the correct numbers of the 5,000 slots available. Over 101 over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make up your mind. Mark my words, friend, when there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Ysera, a word? I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard. One we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. That people are deathly afraid, that fights are likely to break out over the new regulators, that a victim of violence wasn't wearing a regulator. The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report, but are you sure there wasn't anything else? That's a point of concern, don't get me wrong, but I think we were acutely aware of it already. Well, I don't know what to say. Oh, they weren't wearing regulators. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going through without them. We need to look into casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find some eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, to the opposite. Okay, we're going to the opposite side. It was once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. The little ones who jumped for joy when I brought them packages. The old lady who'd always greet me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. Second, my phone is blowing up. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Damn. Casualties equipped with regulators 0. Wow. So he's targeting people without the regulators to scare people into getting regulators. You wish to know if people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of those deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. Ysera, I think it's time we join Kral and Sphene. I was half joking with my boasted shell, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Kral say to meet them at the plaza just outside of Trueview? Let's get going. Bum, bum. So essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Well, the numbers are still tentative and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed the regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Based solely on the lack of a neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless or if they simply fail to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all, they have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. That's true. You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. What are the dust found at the various sites? Could something have been done to the victims? Yeah, what's this dust? Right, the sanitation worker's story. She saw no bodies but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust but no bodies? Now, where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Ernville from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us the very same thing. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but no one knew what had become of it. That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at the other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread, may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calix's murderous actions. Hello. Yes, Sarah, we need your help. I've lost control of the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? Damn it. Our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go. Up, up, up. When they're fighting back?
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Leave him alone.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me.
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
All right.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Oh, shit. Milos.
Quickly!
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
Oh.
Mother, please.
Oh, no.
Isadora. Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss.
I mean, Not Sphene. Miss Not Sphene.
Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
The promise of tomorrow. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste your time tending to my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard sounds of fighting. Well, he did. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. Tacos! Our comrade, you think he may have been struck down? If he is wounded or worse, I should go help him. Wait, please, it isn't safe for you and you need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora with me? We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself. Oh, I can't teabag in this game? Whatever. It's fine. Well, he dead. Dead as hell. Dead, dead, dead. Isadora's gonna be alright then? I'm so glad. I've just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul. He gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other, then all of a sudden it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calix commanded them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as Wayake sent word. I'm sorry, but by the time we arrived it was already too late. Then Geo could be in trouble too. Once we have his radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Has something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though, until we at least regain control over the sentries. Then we should search for the geode. I agree. Since most of Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, they could be prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. We've made modifications to them to prevent Calix from intercepting the signal, and we have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Oyake has one too, so I'll be asking her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Geo said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Whoa, what are you? You're a black mage. That's a nice... What is that? The relic? Oh. Oh. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You see no sign of Gia. Perhaps you should search further east. Geode, answer me. There is no response. Perhaps you continue your search to the east. You see no sign of Gia. The neighboring residential radius would be the next logical place to look.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Be here! You need to run, now!
What?
A trap!
Oh no.
Take care of the others, eh?
Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten there in time. That sucks.
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe?
I love how it still makes the noise even in cutscenes.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx.
Oh, we gonna beat his ass for Geode. We gonna ride for
Possibly stand
Geode.
to gain from these atrocities.
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you require it?
How would I?
Till I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now?
Damn. Just walk through. Damn. That's disrespectful.
I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promised to halt my harvest?
I will halt your harvest by defeating you. We're riding for Geode.
It was foolish of me to even ask.
It sure was.
I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Damn. This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell he left behind, was this his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 endless could continue their immortal lives, and if a reflection stolen Aether allowed for many more endless, why that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. Hey, don't yell at Cryo. Hey. We don't yell at Cryo. Alright? You just got here, girl. We know only too well there is not noble in this sacrifice. No, we don't yell at Cryo. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession. If falls to us, we will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocence and reflections elsewhere. Yeah. Alright, let's do Emily. Boom, boom, boom. Do 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 do. All right, we're just gonna hang out for the queue. I should take a little break. Though gripped by sadness, Fiend spurs herself to action. We should return to the back room. Shell and the others need to know what happened. Yes, ask Wakai to meet us there as well.
Our dear Geode.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololcha. The blame lies with Calyx. and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is?
Yeah, I'm a little
I'll never
confused
forgive
myself.
Calyx for doing this.
I'm a little confused. Why bother? He's already an endless, so why bother? I guess, is it really just to feed himself?
Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
Wait, where are you going?
To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Girl, take all the time you need. Damn.
Oh, Geode.
Damn. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shell knew him longer though, and is surely taking it the hardest. And that's on top of what happened with Karisha. Do you think you could check on her, see how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Shell, you good girl. Damn. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. Is there anything I can do? You can't help yourself, can you? Still, I appreciate the concern. Croatia used to say that the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to the Earthen Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you have a sort of despair. Sure, girl. Right then, let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. We'll be back, y'all. Hey, we get to drive these little cars. It's a far trek on foot, so I've arranged a couple of air-wheelers. They've had their communications modules removed, so even Calyx couldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Actually, oh. Alright, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Dancer. Okay. Bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-da-da. Bum bum ba. Damn. Then we gotta fight all three of them at the end. My goodness, I'm giving you the tank. Is this a book? Oh. Greed. Alright, I'm gonna take just a little bit of a break. I'm gonna get a little snack. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You know, you, Sarah, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the memories of my regular days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Alright, I think... What do we need? So we did leveling. Let's do these last ones. Yeah! This is my favorite one. Thak is my favorite trial.
combat!
Right. I'm quiet as hell because I got this shit last night. This is my second day in a row getting Dunescape. So I'm a little peeved. There I go. I'm not dealing with this shit tonight. I'm not dealing with this. Oh, I can't leave during combat. God damn it. I should have used my, I'm not really doing it. I'm gonna call it. Thanks everyone for stopping by and hanging out and spending your time here. Really appreciate it. Until next time, bye-bye.